Welcome back, guys. Today we are going to be doing something special. We are going to be doing spring rolls for you guys. Some really delicious spring rolls. And just to kind of quickly go over all the ingredients that you're going to need for this particular recipe. And guess what, guys? These are vegan spring rolls. So you're going to love these. It's going to be tasty. It's going to be really good. Like I said, I'm not a cook, but we're going to work with what we got and kind of make it happen. So today, the ingredients that we have here, let's kind of go through the sauces and the liquids and stuff like that. We got some grapeseed oil. We got some soy sauce that we'll be using. We'll be using some regular sugar for a sauce, some rice vinegar. We're also going to be using some chili garlic sauce. It's kind of like sriracha. Or the same like sriracha. You could probably use the same thing. Some sesame seed oil. Then over here we have some lime juice we're going to be using. We also have some green onion, or scallion as they'll call it. Some ginger, some chopped garlic. We have some mushrooms. We have some fresh herbs. This is basil and mint chopped up. We have some cucumber sliced up into little thin slices. Still have a little bit of crunch. And we also have some carrots as well for the crunch, and some lettuce, peanuts for some dipping, and of course we have rice paper. And that's pretty easy to make. You just dip it in the water for a little bit, you feel the texture on it, you bring it out, and then you wrap it. I'll show you guys how we do that. Right now we're going to go over to the stove, and we're actually going to put a little bit of this grapeseed oil inside of the pan. We're going to start sauteing our mushrooms. These are, I want to say these are shiitake mushrooms. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not really sure what type of mushrooms these are, but these are extremely meaty. I actually got these from one of our Asian markets out here where I live. So we're going to go ahead and saute these guys up, and then we'll move on from there, and I'll show what we do next. All right, like you guys know, I'm not big on doing full measurements. We kind of just do what we want to do. If you were a chef, you'll probably get a teaspoon, tablespoon, or something like that. But I'm just going to drizzle some oil into the pan, enough so that once we throw these mushrooms on here, it can kind of absorb it a little bit. So let's go over here. Let's get these beautiful, beautiful. I tell you, these mushrooms are gorgeous. Really, really meaty. I don't even know if I can show you. Camera would. See how they kind of tear apart like that? These are going to be great. We're going to go ahead and toss our mushrooms in there. And just for the sake of progress, we're going to go ahead and speed this up. Alright guys, now that we've gotten the mushrooms kind of going, as you can see, they're looking pretty good. We're going to go ahead, and I know I said I don't do measurements, but this is soy sauce, and we're going to go ahead and put this soy sauce in. Once again, great value soy sauce brand, nothing super expensive, and we're going to actually put 1.5 teaspoons of soy sauce into this. I'm just going to do half in here. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our ginger into here. This is, I think, about 2 tablespoons worth of ginger. We're going to put our garlic. There's about 3 cloves of garlic. And then also we're going to put our green onion in here. I think I did about 3 green onions. And we're just going to continue to mix this around. I tell you, this smells absolutely amazing. That garlic, that green onion, those mushrooms, mixing everything together. And once again, guys, I always recommend a non-stick pan. If you want to be a little bit healthier, where you don't have to put too much oil, non-stick pan is usually the way to go. But I think I need a little bit more oil. So let me go ahead and throw some more oil in here. Give it a little bit more wetness to it. Really let these all get involved, because you really want that garlic to kind of cook down a little bit. So those flavors. Man, that ginger is really kicking through. Smells great. My eyes are burning and watering. Tears of joy. Pain as well, but you know what I mean. So we're gonna spin this up for a little bit. We're gonna let this go for about another minute, and then we'll go ahead and we'll add in our sesame seed oil, and that will be it for these once we add that in. Alright guys, now we got our sesame oil. I got this from Walmart as well. This was a little bit more expensive. This was probably about $3 or $2 and some change. The Imperial Dragon sesame seed oil. We're just going to go ahead and put half a teaspoon, because this stuff is, if you ever cook with sesame oil, you'll know that this stuff is powerful. So you don't want to really put too much, because you might end up, overpowering your dish with that sesame flavor. You just want enough to kind of add some taste to it. So guys, we're going to go ahead, we're going to take this off the fire, we're going to sit it out and just kind of let it cool a little bit, because you don't want it to be too hot going into your spring rolls. So we're going to go ahead and let this cool, and we're going to go into actually making the sauce that's going to go along with this dish. Alright guys, so now we're going to actually get into making our, it's a sweet and sour chili sauce that we're going to be dipping the spring rolls into. And I just wanted to give a shout out to the actual cookbook that I'm using for this recipe, which is called the Thug Kitchen. Great recipes for all types of vegan types of foods that you would want to use, just to kind of spice it up a little bit, other than just having tofu all the time. So, but we're going to start off with some rice vinegar. Once again, this wasn't very expensive. It wasn't that bad. I'm going to actually take about half a cup of this rice vinegar. And then we're going to pour it in there. And it's always good to have rice vinegar. I know that I've made sushi many times, and I will do a sushi recipe soon. And it's amazing. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put 2 tablespoons of the sugar in here. And this is just going to sweeten it up for us. And then in a little bit, once this simmers for a little while, we're going to add that chili sauce to it in a little bit. So right now, let's go ahead and let this kind of heat itself up. We'll continue to kind of stir it as it heats up a little bit. And we'll let this simmer for probably about 3 or 4 minutes. Then we'll go ahead and we'll add in our chili paste in a little bit. Alright guys, so now we had it simmering for a little bit. We're going to go ahead and put in here about a tablespoon of the chili garlic paste. I'm going to put a little bit more. Guys, they don't tell you this, but man, if you boil vinegar, wear goggles or something. It's going to, man, that thing really gets into your nostrils and everywhere else. So anyways, now that we got that in there, we're going to take some of our lime juice as well. We're going to go ahead, take about I like a lot of lime juice. I'm going to take a teaspoon of lime juice. We're going to kind of just let this get together, let this simmer for a little bit while longer, and then we're going to let this cool down after a while. We're going to throw this in the fridge for a little bit, let this cool off as well in the fridge. Once we're done, it should come all together as a beautiful sauce for our spring rolls. So let's go ahead and let this simmer for a little while longer. Let's head on over to start making the actual spring rolls and getting that ready for you guys. See you in a second. Alright guys, so now we got the sauce in the fridge cooling off. We got everything that we need to go ahead and make these spring rolls. I got my rice paper here, and as you can see, they're very thin. Literally, it's paper. And what you're going to do is you're just going to submerge it in the water. And you're going to let it soak for a little bit, but you don't want to let it soak for too long, because you don't want it to become goop, pretty much. So we're just going to go ahead and let this soak. and just keep feeling it, keep feeling it. You want to feel for the right kind of texture. If you've ever been to like a Thai restaurant or any like Asian cuisine restaurants, you kind of know what the paper kind of feels like, but it kind of gets to like a texture of I don't know, like I want to say like if you ever like felt like raw like cow intestines. I know that's a bad example. This is a vegan recipe, but as you can see, it's starting to kind of get to the texture that we wanted to. And look, if you mess up the first time, go back to it, do it again. See, look, mine is all over the place. Look at this. It's getting curled up. Just uncurl it, you know, get it to where you want it to be. So I think we might be ready. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna transfer this over onto an actual plate, and I will show you how we go ahead and wrap these. And go from there. I think that's the perfect texture. Let me go ahead and put this over on a plate, and I'll show you how we'll wrap these up. Alright guys, we're going to lay that out right there. We're going to grab some of our lettuce. Actually going to make that a little bit smaller. Put that there. Grab some of our filling. Some of the filling in there. Get some cucumber. Some of this basil and some of this mint. And then some of these carrots as well. Just going to kind of go here. We're going to kind of flip it on one side here to cover it up. Flip it on that other side. And then we're just going to go ahead and wrap it. There you have it. Let's make a few more, see how they come out. Alright guys, we just got finished wrapping everything up, and really in the beginning, starting off, yes, it seemed a little kind of awkward doing it because you're dealing with something you never dealt with before, but as you kept going it just became a lot more simple to just roll it out, and you form your own little technique. But at the end of the day, it came out great. The only thing that I would change about this recipe is the fact that I should have tripled up on the ingredients so I could have made a whole lot more. This is for me and my wife to eat, so I mean, me personally, I could eat probably about 20 of these, but this is a good sized portion for a nice snack, or if you want to add it to a part of your dinner or appetizer, something like this. Super easy, guys. And we also have this beautiful sauce. I tasted it. I love the fact that it's sweet, it's spicy, it has that lime juice in it, and of course you have your beautiful chopped peanuts where you can just dip it into as well, with what you do at the restaurant anyways. Might as well have it here. So guys, once again, you don't got to be a chef. I'm not a chef, and you could make beautiful, easy meals like this in your house. Healthy, good for you, meatless, vegan, everything that you ever wanted. So stay tuned to the next video, guys, and we'll do something else special for you. Take it easy.